Alright guys, how's it going? Emmett here, back in another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing how you can actually build a reliable system to actually generate more clients into your business. I'm going to assume that you are already very good at what you do, and you are pretty certain you can actually help people with what it is that you offer. Perhaps you even have already got an established business and you're helping loads of people, but you don't have something to actually go ahead and predictably generate that new level of inquiries. You may be relying off word of mouth, and that's fine to keep you coasting on the level of business that you're on, but it's not necessarily enough to actually take it up a notch. Maybe start to take on more people into the company, deal with a higher level of business at one time. And the way that I'm going to explain this to you, how I have a system that can generate this for you, I want to try and make it in terms that you can understand. And I don't know how I'm going to title this video yet, but it'll probably be something along the lines of how to actually get more clients for your business, because there is a predictable way to do this, and it's not just, oh well, there's a lot of demand at the minute, so I'm getting more word of mouth, I get more inquiries, and that's how I get more business. But that's not going to predictably generate you a new income stream or a new flow of inquiries into the business. So I'll go ahead and I'll start. I don't might not even necessarily need to draw for this, but an analogy that I want to make, I'm going to break this down into systems essentially, and I want to make an analogy, and that is that let's say if we take text, if we take an element, okay, can't do any text, but that's okay. Far away. So if we'll say like gold or something, say we call gold, all right. And what is gold? It's an element. It's made up of a load of different atoms, and whenever they're put together with the right bonds and the right charge and all this, it produces gold. But what actually is that in its purest form? It's a load of separate different atoms, and whenever put together in the right way, produce the same outcome. And whenever you change it, it produces something else. Produces something else. You change stuff, and it starts having a different outcome. And if you were to think of something like, let me delete this. If you take something separate, let's say you take a car. All right, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw a car. I'm gonna try and draw a car. Let's say you take a car. What actually makes up a car? You have the actual body of the car. Boy, you've got the actual body. You've got the wheels, and you've got the engine as well. The engine will be at the front. So you've got the body, you've got the wheels, and you've got the engine. And whenever you put the body, the engine, the wheels together, I know that there's a lot more to a car, but just for the sake of the example, you have a machine, a system that works. You can drive this car whenever you put it together in the right way. And whenever something stops working, let's say, I don't know, let's say we get rid of the wheels on this car. It's not a car anymore. It's just a body with an engine. You can't drive it, and it doesn't perform the function that it's supposed to perform. So it may as well be useless. But you could look at this and you could say, oh well, the engine works and the body's there, but it just won't move. I can't actually get this car to perform its function because it won't move. What do? I need to give it a way to move. And if you were to be able to think about that critically, you could say, well, obviously, we need wheels for this car to get it to work the way that we want it to. So, pretty much what I'm trying to say is that it's systemized, and it's the same for generating new clients. You can apply this thinking of different components of a system to generate a desired outcome, with that desired outcome being client acquisition, actually acquiring new clients into your business. And I'm gonna break it down for you. So if I, no, way too big. Let's say I take, if just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to break this down as simple as possible. Just if we apply my service to client acquisition, I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, but this is one way to do it, and it's one way that'll make sense after you see this. So let's say we take ads. We do. Can I arrow from this? No, I can't. Oh, I can. Yes. Ads. If we do down here, we do content with an O, and then we do just, I'll keep this as simple as we can. I'll just say client here, okay? Client conversion. We've got three components, a bit like I was saying with the car, with the body, the wheels, and the engine. We've got three different components here. We've got ads to generate attention, content actually make use of that attention, nurture it, and make them believe you can deliver and solve their problems, and then you have the conversion, and then well, I suppose for the sake of this, we'll put down fulfillment as well. But if you're watching this, it's not necessarily about fulfillment; it's about generating new clients. So I'll put fulfillment down here. And a lot of people, whenever they start off trying to implement something like ads, they will start running ads and they think, right, okay, well, I've heard of people running ads to generate clients. I'm going to run some of my own and it's going to be fine. We're going to start generating clients. But that's not the case, because you have to actually break that down. What is it that you're trying to do? Ads don't get clients. Systems to generate clients get clients, with one of those components of the system being ads. Like, you wouldn't say, "Oh, I want to get from one place to another," and take just a big set of wheels and expect to be able to get there. No, you don't do it with just wheels. You need wheels, you need a car, and you need an engine. You need the full system to operate the way that they're supposed to operate, to give you the function that you're looking to get, which is to drive, to get from one place to another. And it's the same with developing a system to generate new clients. You need to have every component of the system firing the way that they're supposed to fire to give you the desired outcome, which is getting more clients and then going ahead and being able to actually fulfill on those inquiries. And it doesn't just come down to ads. A lot of people, they'll try this and they'll say, "Oh, well, I ran ads and I maybe generated some leads, but I couldn't convert. The lead quality is bad from ads." That's the most common one I hear. The lead quality was bad from the ads. And I'll say, "Well, why was the lead quality bad?" And they'll say, "Oh, well, it just was." And I'll say, "Well, why is that?" And they say, well, because Facebook ads don't work." And I'll say, "Well, why don't they work?" And they say, "Oh, well," and I'll say, "Yeah, but they work for me." So, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, they just don't work for me." And whenever someone says something just doesn't work for them, it's the clearest indication that there's some sort of bias based on a past experience. But if you actually break this down at its core and you think critically, you don't just be like, "Oh, well, it didn't work, so I'm just going to throw it out the window." If you take a problem and you address the problem, like, once you address the problem, solving it's not the hard part. It's just addressing it is the hard part. And if we take for example, if we take this whole system here, we take ads. Let's say you're able to generate a load of leads from your ads, okay? And you post a load of content, but you can't convert any clients. What does that suggest? It suggests that your ads are okay. If I even, I'm going to draw a diagram here to make this make even more sense. So if you think of this as being like a system, all right, and through here, I'll draw again. Through here, you've got, if I, can I copy and paste this? Yes. Maybe not. No, I can. So there we go. So we've got ads, we've got copy content, conversion, and then obviously we've got fulfillment as well. If you think of all of these in one system, you can see the system here, and through it is the throughput of the system, and then obviously out here you've got the yield. You're going to have the fulfillment, with the yield is going to be more clients obviously coming into your business. What actually is any system? It's only as good as, it's only as strong as its weakest link, as its weakest component that makes up the system. Like, let's say, obviously we had the example of the car. Let's say you have the car, you've got the wheels, the engine, and the body, and the engine breaks down. What do you have? You have a car, but it doesn't have an engine, so it doesn't perform the function that it's supposed to function, which is transport. It's the same for any other system, especially one for generating clients. The purpose of this system is to generate clients, but it consists of ads, content, a way to convert the clients, and then fulfillment. The example I was using was, let's say your ads work, don't know about the content, we can't convert any of the clients, but we're able to generate loads of leads and prospects, but we can't convert them. What does that suggest? Ads are okay, this isn't okay, and this isn't okay. We don't know about the fulfillment because it hasn't got that far. But basically what has happened here is, if I get a rubber, let's just get rid of the whole line, but no, that's fine. So what has happened here is we have this system and it's flowing fine for ads and all of this stuff is able to get through. But whenever it gets to content, there's a big massive bottleneck here, and only so much of it can get through. And yeah, there's a big bottleneck, and only a tiny bit of actual throughput can go through this hole where the content is, because content obviously isn't working. You can generate leads, you can generate prospects, but you can't convert them because you can't find a way to actually nurture them and build a relationship with them through your content. So you would look at this and you would say, well, the ads work, and I know I can convert clients because I convert them all the time, and I know I can fulfill for them because that's my entire job. There's an issue with this system, and the issue is with the content. So you would look at this and you would think, why is my content not converting? You would look at your metrics whenever it comes to your content. Who's watching this? Are the people who actually come from the ads watching this? How long are they watching it for? When do they stop watching? Are they actually engaging with it? All of these things, and you would root out what it is that's stopping it. Let's say, for example, you're able to generate these people and they watch the content, but after 2 seconds they're clicking away. That would suggest to me that you're able to have a really you're having a per hook with your content. You can't hook them in to actually watch and get the value and then build that relationship. So you should focus on engaging them through better hooked content so they will go ahead and watch it. And then whenever you do get on to speaking with them, it'll be so much easier to convert them. And what that'll do is it'll completely open up that bottleneck. Uh, if you fix your content, I'm going to have to draw this again, aren't I? But that's okay. If you fix your content, it'll completely open up that bottleneck and you'll be able to have a full flowing system. Uh, just like the car analogy, the engine breaks down on the car, but you still have the wheels and you still have the body, but it doesn't perform the function. It's just wheels and a body. Same exact thing for a system for generating clients. For the sake of this example, we used ads, content, actually converting them, and then fulfillment. If something is off here, let's say you're not even getting any leads in, and none of this is working, then it's with the ads. You need to improve your ads and get them in better shape before you can start to focus on your content, your conversion, your fulfillment. That is fulfillment of obviously the higher influx, the higher levels of business than you're used to. But yeah, guys, I hope that this really helps. I hope you can take this, look at what it is that you're doing right now. If something that you're doing isn't working, then hopefully you can actually break it down into the different components that it consists of. Look at the one that isn't working, root it out, fix the problem, and get things working for yourselves. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.